all students present. I am Rajiv Ranjan, your teacher. So today I am going to teach you, I am going to start the very first session about English language. Why do we learn English language? Why we are preferring English language to learn? So as we know, English is the language which can be spoken throughout the world. Most of the countries of the world, they are using English language. Either it is a main language, either it is the native language, or it's secondary language which is used for business purposes, for tourism purposes. Okay, so when we are focused on the on English language, why it is important? Why it is important to learn English? Because we are living in a 21st century where one must know English language, because when we are going to make our career in any sector, we must have the skills of two things. One is the English language and another is the computer. So without knowing English language and without having the skills of computer, we even though not able to get any kind of employment in future. So for getting employment, being a skilled citizen, we must have the knowledge of the English language as well as the computer. So today I'm talking about the importance of English language in our life. So when suppose we are going to pursue our career in medical or engineering or any other courses, professional courses, then the books are written in English language, and those books that we haven't seen previously, they are kept inside in the library. They are written by variety of good writers who had learned and who had written such a beautiful book, giving much time in at their home, in their university, in their research activities. So all these things help the students to know more about that very subject. So once you want to learn English, so it will start from the very beginning classes, from the primary section. You can say there are primary sections, then middle classes, then secondary classes, and senior secondary classes. So till then we have to learn two things, about the literature as well as the grammar. But if you are not having interest in literature or grammar in further classes, that means in the graduation or post graduation, you must have the basic knowledge about that whenever you are going to pursue the higher education. So first of all, I am just reminding you the uses where English can be used as the main language. So the place for the official purposes, the official uses language, or the official language is English language in many of the countries. Approximately 104 countries are using English as their official language or their business language. So some of the countries use the English language as their tourism language. They used to when the one countryman used to go to the another country for any purposes, for maybe for traveling, maybe for getting education, higher education, maybe for going for the vacations, and many more things. So one must know the English language. So without English language, we can't communicate the other person. Yes, there will be some lackness, there will be some problems to communicate with the other countrymen in the foreign country, but they must know English language. Some of them will help the others or you too to understand both the languages. Means they are supposed to be a translator, they are supposed to be an assistant who will help you. So when we are talking about English language, as it is an international language, so how do we learn it? So as I have told you earlier, that it has two parts. The very first part is its language, and second is the literature portion. So when we are talking about language portion, we have to learn about the grammar section. Okay, So then only we can able to express the words in a meaningful sentences that will help the person whom you are going to talk with to understand. So let's we start with the grammar section. So English grammar. So English, I'm talking about English grammar. How do you define it? English grammar teaches us how to read, write and speak English correctly, that we have learned from the very beginning classes. Okay, English grammar teaches us how to read, write and speak English correctly. So how do we read? So once we have the knowledge of the language, which language? English language. So how do we read? How do we understand? So once we have the vocabulary, then we will understand the meaning of the word, and once we will have the grammatical rules, grammatical skills, then we can able to understand the meaning of the sentence. So before moving ahead, we will have to start the topic from the very beginning classes, that is about English grammar. So English grammar teaches us how to read, write and speak English correctly. It is divided into 5 parts. So how many parts English grammar is divided? So 5 parts. The first is orthography. First is orthography. Second is etymology. Third is syntax. Fourth is punctuation, and fifth is prosody. Orthography in Hindi also I can just help you to make it understand. Orthography means varna vichar. Etymology means shabd vichar. Syntax means vakya vichar, prosody means chand vichar, and punctuation is chinna vichar. So overall your grammar is divided into these 5 categories. These 5 parts are actually the main parts of English grammar. So in orthography we will learn about the alphabets, the letters. Okay, English having its 26 letters which combinedly called alphabet. Out of these 5 are vowel, A, E, I, O, U, and rest are consonants. So out of those 26, 5 are vowel and 21 are consonant, and those 21, W and Y are called semi-vowel. In the second section, etymology, we will learn about the word formation. How do we make the word? And what is the meaning of the word according to the rules of grammar. So etymology is the study of words. So when 2 or more letters are combined with each other and make a meaningful sense is called etymology. So like example, we can say the example AMR. So AMR doesn't have any meaning because these letters doesn't have any sense. But when we combine all these words, we have the word like AMR, RAM, RMA, ARM, MMAR, MRA. So we can able to form 6 different words. Out of 6, one is the word Ram and another is the word Arm. Another is the word Arm, which can be formed meaningfully. So only out of 6, only 2 words are meaningful and rest are meaningless. So according to the formation of these 2 words, with the help of these 3 letters, we can able to make Arm and Ram. So now what we have to decide? The next is about the words in which category you will keep these. So as we have learned, all English words are divided into 8 groups, 8 classes according to their uses in a sentence is called parts of a speech. And you already knew about it, that there are 8 kinds of parts of a speech, that is noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So how many types of parts of a speech are there? So there are 8 kinds of parts of a speech.
अब एंड कीजिए 10 मिनट हो गया.
noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So we will continue the same in a proper way, proper manner from the next class. Thank you and have a nice day to all of you.